So I went through and I tried to find the episodes that I thought were worth your time if you are a fan of Star Wars. I do not include any ridiculous episodes, and there are plenty. There are a lot, and then there are good episodes. There are decent episodes. I tried to eliminate all those and really focus on the core parts of what I thought the Clone Wars did right. And I stylized it so there was a gold medal episode for the season, silver and bronze. Those are the 3 best episodes for the whole season. And then there are series, like a 2 to 4 episode series that some of them were very, very good. So anyway, I'll just recap as quick as I can. And then, by the way, Retro, you might have episodes that you've seen that I didn't include that you remember that are important. I actually went back and added the Mortis series after we talked because I realized people might be interested in that just based on our discussion.
Yeah, yeah. That would be it. I would trust your opinion here.
Okay. Well,
it's been a while.
It made me think. Yeah, it's been a while for me too because I haven't seen every single episode, but I did go back and see a bunch of these. So episode 1, the best episode of the season I thought was Jedi Crash. There is an awesome battle that takes place in the atmosphere. So it's like blue skies with Venerator class Star Destroyers. Ahsoka Tano is in it. She's very heroic. There's very stylized like animation in it. I did this just for this YouTube video. So anyway, those, if you want to just write them down and then watch them, go for it. I'll just explain why I picked.
I'll clip this section.
Okay. Yeah. Season 1, there's the Malevolence series, which is the early on in the season 1. They're fun 3-part episode. Anakin Skywalker is front and center. Count Dooku is front and center. And the clones are front and center. So it's a good, solid series. Unless I put gold on it, it's not phenomenal, but it's really good. And then likewise, episodes 19, 20, and 21 tie into Ahsoka episode 5. That's called the Ryloth series. And Ahsoka takes command of her 1st battalion, and she makes some egregious errors that get clones killed. So in that scene, if you remember from Ahsoka, the series that we just talked about, it's not just clone troopers running. You see Twi'leks running, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see clones and Twi'leks both running toward the horizon. That's because of this series, the Ryloth series. That's the battle that she's reliving. Is from season 1 of the Clone Wars. Really, really good. That's the series that made me actually really like Ahsoka Tano for sure, because she takes her lumps big time in this. And then season 2, I love Landing at Point Rain. They actually go back to Geonosis and redo the battle that ended Attack of the Clones. They go back and redo it, and I think this battle is better. It almost has like World War II tropes. You see like Y-wings in formation, all take off and come down. They hit flak. There's major dogfighting in the atmosphere. There's massive land battles. All the Jedi generals get shot down in their gunships. They have to fight with lightsabers on the ground. It's great, big time warfare action in Landing at Point Rain. I love it. And then Cat and Mouse, which is a good one for Anakin. It's like a submarine battle between Anakin and a very cunning separatist leader. And then here's where we get the Mandalore series for the must-see. This is a 3-part series that introduces Mandalore. It introduces Duchess Satine, which is Bo-Katan's sister, by the way. I think people are starting to know Bo-Katan from The Mandalorian, played by Katie Sackhoff. Her sister was the head of state of Mandalore. And there's a little romantic tie-in between her and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
And I think it's done very well, specifically in later series. But that 3-part series introduces you to the situation on Mandalore, which becomes more and more important to Star Wars going forward, to Duchess Satine, eventually to Bo-Katan, and then to the very interesting non-attachment romance between the Duchess and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And then season 3, gold medal goes to ARC Troopers. There is a 2-part series. So the must-see is episodes 1 and 2 of season 3, the Battle of Camino series. The Separatists lead an assault, a big, large-scale attack on the planet Camino. And the clones are like, this is our home. So to them, it's personal. And there's this 2-part series of a major invasion effort by the Separatists on Camino, and it is awesome. I love it. Asajj Ventress is in it. Obi-Wan Kenobi is in it. It's a great series. And then episodes 12, 13, and 14, this is where the Witches of Dathomir come from. The Night Sisters series, I love this 3-part series. Dooku is in it, and the last episode 14, you see it's got a silver medal, has a lightsaber battle in it, which is one of the best in Star Wars. It's got Anakin, Obi-Wan, Count Dooku, and then 2 of Dooku's apprentices. And the Sith are fighting each other. The Jedi come in, they're fighting each other. So there's 5 people involved in this lightsaber battle, and it's choreographed. It's awesome. It's really good. And then based on Retro, her a contribution to the alternate theories, or possibly even the occurrence of what's going on in Ahsoka, the Mortis series, episodes 15, 16, and 17. This gets into what might tie into the world between worlds and the kind of like Force gods out there. I wasn't a big fan of this, but it's worth watching to understand possibly where some of Star Wars is headed. Season 4, best episode, The Darkness on Umbara. You want to see a great freaking battle in Star Wars with the Clone Wars? Remember, these are set piece battles between 2 equal forces. This one's interesting because Darkness on Umbara is the most Empire-like we've ever seen the Galactic Republic. They come in and smash this planet. Obi-Wan even uses language like, we have to conquer this planet and hold it. So they're becoming very militaristic. And this is also the first planet that we've seen them invade where there's like human-like people, not alien or, droids. Like they're fighting people and just wiping them out. So it's a hell of a series, and it's an awesome long-winded battle that Anakin leads. And it's a 4-part series that really hints at how the Jedi are starting to go the wrong path during this period. And then also the Darth Maul series. This is where Darth Maul is returned. It's two episodes. They're good episodes. They're not phenomenal episodes, but Darth Maul is so well acted. I think he actually won an Emmy for voice acting in these series because he's so troubled and complex, and they bring him back. I think I think they do a good job of bringing Maul back in those 2 episodes. And then Maul's part of the series from here on out. And then season 5, this is some of the best Star Wars there is. The Ahsoka Tano series. It's a 4-part series that ends season 5. Some of the best Star Wars there is. I can't recommend it enough. It foreshadows all the events of Revenge of the Sith. Ahsoka Tano becomes a refugee. Am I saying that right? Of the Republic. The Republic turns against her, and she is abandoned by the Jedi Order. You just watch it. It's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
It is so good. And then also in this, right before the Ahsoka Tano series, a 3-part series called the Mandalorian Civil War series. And this is where you start to get into the nitty-gritty of what's happening in the Mandalorian even right now, the Civil War on Mandalore. It's freaking amazing. And Darth Maul's at the heart of it. He's a major player in this series. Duchess Satine is in this. Obi-Wan Kenobi is in it again. You are strongly introduced to Bo-Katan in this. She becomes front and center, and you start to learn some of the politics of Mandalore in that. Season 6 is a very shortened season. Disney bought Lucasfilm and canceled the Clone Wars, and people were pretty upset about it because it was actually growing in viewership. So they released like 13 episodes that were already done, and they just called it the Lost series. So not much here, but there's some that are worth watching. There is a Yoda series here where Yoda has kind of a similar archetypal dream quest, you could say, on Mortis. And I took out of it that he was blamed for part of the fall of the Republic, that he was too arrogant to have noticed the dark side. So it's interesting. And then finally, this is the Disney Plus version of Clone Wars, some of which was as good as it gets for Star Wars. The final series, the Order 66 series, the final 4 episodes are some of the best Star Wars out there. Ahsoka Tano is front and center. They actually overlap scenes with Revenge of the Sith. They have the same dialogue, same music. They overlap it. It's just excellent. Like I can't recommend it enough. And then of course it's okay. The Bad Batch series is the first 4 episodes. It's okay. It's not bad, but it will introduce the Bad Batch, which ends up getting their own spinoff. So
yeah.
Anyway, I think if you watch these episodes, not only will you understand Star Wars a lot better from today's perspective, you're going to get some awesome Star Wars in there.
Could you send me this list? Because when I clip this, I'll also put this in the description, if that's okay.
Absolutely. I'll definitely send it. And these are good. I mean, you will be treated to some amazing like storyboarding, action. They have all the sounds of Star Wars. They use it all so well. So I think I saw someone's James Bacon. This is what the prequel should have been. What I've tried to put in here.
Yes.
Because this is conflict, Heath. This is the separatists and the Galactic Republic slugging it out on a galactic scale. They're equally matched. Remember, the original series was an insurgency, the rebellion. So you had David and Goliath. This is the Republic on the Republic, pounding each other away. So they're huge set piece battles. And God, I wish the movies went here.
Yeah.